Yes, my people, good to see you. Now, I've been inundated with requests to... hold on. No, I haven't. Okay, so at number 10, we've got the Alife Saucony Shadow 6000, which I think is the most recent on the list and probably the best Saucony collab in the last couple of years. Alife and Saucony have had numerous collabs throughout their history, including the Jazz Shadow 2009, along with the Jazz 91 back in 2016. Now, this collab released a couple of years back in 2021 to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Shadow 6000, and they didn't hold back, did they? Consisting of a white mesh upper base and overlaid with yellow, green and orange suede panels, along with the red Alife branding across the medial toe. It's a classic design and defo worth a place on this list, even if it is at number 10. So number 9, the Footpatrol Saucony Shadow 6000, dubbed only in Soho. After a lengthy delay of 6 months due to the production issues, the Footpatrol and Saucony Shadow 6000 only in Soho released in 2013. Now, it's inspired by the nightlife of Soho, where the London flagship store has been based since 2010, and it features a black and blue suede upper with red reflective 3M accents and a speckled midsole. Now, it's dubbed the Only in Soho project after the store's West End location, as the shoe is tributed to everything for which Soho has gained notoriety. I think for Footpatrol it was originally like a sort of expression they'd always say, like, only in Soho, which basically sort of, you know, summed up the nuances and like characteristics of things going on in Soho at the time. And so they named the shoe after that and obviously gave it that look and feel. So number 8 is the Premier Saucony Shadow 6000 Life on Mars, and I think you can tell these are just goddamn gorgeous. Premier is a skate shop based in Michigan. Fuck knows why they're relevant. I've never heard of them, but maybe someone knows something. Please drop it in the comments. The Life on Mars pack featured 2 colorways of the Shadow 6000, each pair representing the different climates found on Mars. One red base with burgundy and white hits, and the other, my personal favorite, consists of a red toe box, sock liner and outsole, along with an assortment of grey and black paneling, and it's just crisp. Defo an underrated pair, but sitting steady at number 8. Okay, number 7 is the Sneaker Freaker Saucony Grid SD Kushwacker. Linking with Saucony for the first time since 2012's Grid 9000 Bushwacker, Sneaker Freaker chose the Grid SD silhouette for its next iteration, the Kushwacker release. Now, as you might have guessed, and like the name suggests, these potent runners are inspired by the Sweet Mary Jane and feature a number of subtle details that will resonate with the real sneakerheads. Built around a purple suede base, the Sneaker Freaker Saucony Grid SD Kushwacker is accented by black suede and mesh underlays, beige foam stripes and 3M hits on the heel to add a little contrast, with a grey suede heel counter and that beautiful off-white midsole to finish. I think if Megatron was going to wear a pair of kicks, it would definitely be these ones. So number 6 is good old Hanon and the Saucony Shadow Master Midnight Runner. Everyone's favourite Scotland-based boutique Hanon cooked up this limited edition Midnight Runner on one of the more underrated silhouettes by Saucony, the Shadow Master. And this colourway definitely grabbed everyone's attention on the release back in 2013. It's a unique hybrid actually created by the Hanon crew that fuses the upper of the Master Control with the mid and outsole of the Shadow 5000. And the collab boasts a stealthy makeup of rich black and thunder blue pig suede overlays that are paired with perforated leather and an aqua blue satin lining. Additional details including co-branding on the woven tongue label, custom graphics on the footbed, and Hanon's signature flame logo embroidered on the heel, and some reflective 3M accents throughout. So right, at number 5 is the Pick Your Shoes, aka Bait, Saucony Shadow 6000 Blue Apples. And I'll be honest, I don't actually know why they're called the Blue Apples. They're clearly red with a touch of blue. And in 2012, PYS Pick Your Shoes created one of the most luxurious Saucony Shadow 6000s to date, covered in bold red perforated suede and complemented with a sort of toothpaste style blue suede. The shoe, as you can tell, is just really striking and stinks of high quality, to be fair. Adding that lovely gum-coloured sole unit was a wise choice behind the design, stopping it from being a little bit too loud and just bringing it back down to earth. Hence why they're sitting mid-table. Now number 4, West NYC Saucony Shadow 5000 Cabin Fever. Now, a lot of true Saucony heads will know this shoe very well, if not already own a pair. Sneaker boutique West NYC teamed up with Saucony in 2013 for their second collaboration on the Shadow 5000. This pair, known as the Cabin Fever edition, features an earthy toned upper of premium suede, perforated leather and a rugged ripstop along with the splatter design on the midsole. Now, this was actually following the release from the Tequila Sunrise earlier that summer. The Big Apple's West NYC tapped Saucony and the Shadow 5000 once again for the winter-fall season and summing it up nicely, as you can see. The Cabin Fever take on the Shadow 5000 represents an immersive trip into the forest thanks to an earthy toned upper combining the subtlety of black and brown with bold hues of green and red. Perfect for the winter months and such a nice pair. I definitely need to get my hands on these. So at number 3, the Solebox Saucony Shadow 5000 Pink Devil. A very notorious shoe, and probably the top for most people is the Solebox Saucony Shadow 5000 Pink Devil, released in 2012. Now, they feature the same construction as the Grey Devil edition that I previewed earlier that year, but with a pink suede toe instead, paired with the black premium leather upper, white midsole and gum rubber outsole to complete the vibe. I believe that both colorways were only released at Solebox in about August of 2012 and in very limited quantities, so if you actually see a pair or if you own a pair, then big up yourself because they're very hard to come by. So number 2 is the End Clothing Saucony Shadow 5000 Burger. Now, I'm sure you've all seen this shoe as it's very iconic, and I'm not sure why End and Saucony always do food related collabs. They did one the other week that was fried chicken. This one's the burger. But I think back around 2012, gourmet burgers really started to be a thing, so why not? And this was actually End's second ever collab. They'd only been open for a couple of years, and this was their second collab. Prior to that was the Reebok Instapump Fury that they did in that same year. To be fair, they absolutely smashed it on this one, and it originally retailed for £99, while these will often go for closer to £500 dead stock, showing us that Saucony still has a demand among the real retro runner massive. Right, now for a few honourable mentions. The Bodega Saucony Shadow 5000 Elite reissue, and I think you'll agree the Bodega Saucony Elite Shadow 5000 is colour blocked perfection atop of a classic neutral gum outersole. We've also got the Ubiq Saucony Grid 9000 Dirty Martini. Inspired by the classic cocktail, Philly-based boutique Ubiq cooked up this Dirty Martini edition of the Saucony Grid 9000 in 2014. The green and black suede upper with grey and orange accents tie the theme together nicely with the Ubiq branding found on both sides. And last honourable mention is the Acht Amsterdam Saucony Shadow 6000. Acht Amsterdam teamed up with Saucony in 2011 on the Shadow 6000, known as the Invictus edition. It featured denim, mesh and suede upper in a colourway inspired by the city of Amsterdam. There was only 140 pairs released exclusively via Acht, and a very sought after shoe. Right, so the number 1 Saucony collab of all time is the Extra Butter for the People. Released exclusively at ComplexCon in Long Beach back in 2016, this release really was for the people, as it was handpicked by the public from 4 different options through a voting process on the Extra Butter Instagram. And the end result was this very unique Saucony Shadow 5000 that uses a night at the drive-in type theme, inspired by classic cars and drive-in movies. As you can see, it features a light blue suede and nubuck upper and includes red and silver accents, checkered laces and dice graphics on the tongue, along with a driving inspired graphic insoles to complete the theme, and a banger in my mind. Subscribe if you like this sort of stuff and let me know if you agree with the list. Brah!